Welcome to the Business Playbook, your compass to turning your vision into velocity. Whether you're building a brand, scaling a movement, or daring to dream bigger than ever before, this playbook is your field guide. Inside, you'll find not just the strategy, but soul, real tools, real stories, and rituals for resilience. Because success isn't just about doing the work. It's about becoming the person who can lead with clarity, confidence, and purpose. Let's make the impossible possible, one bold play at a time. Welcome to the Business Playbook, from start to scale, with our guest, Elin Barton, who is the CEO and founder of Riveo Creative. And she's an author, speaker, and consultant. So welcome. So excited to have you.
I'm excited to be here. And where to start the story? Well, let me just tell you something. Everybody thinks they want to go viral. Sometimes it's not a good thing. And starting a business, to me, it's kind of like when we were teenagers and we went to go get our license for the first time. We're so excited to learn how to drive, right?
Right.
And we don't care what car we're driving. We're just excited for the freedom. We're excited to hit the road. We want those wheels. And when I started my business, it was like that too. I just wanted to do it. I had a vision of what it was going to be like. I didn't know a lot about how it was going to happen, and I was ready to just jump right in, right? And like having a car, you start driving, you get a little bit better. You learn the shortcuts. Same with business. I got better, I got more efficient. It was going along pretty good. But my car, I never paid attention to the car. The car was kind of an old car, let's say, in this metaphor.
Right.
It's kind of a gas guzzler. There were some problems with the car that I just ignored. And one day, my car got smacked into with something that stopped us in our tracks. And that is the moment when I was faced with a big decision. This decision was, do I repair this car that, this gas guzzler, this old car, or do I pause, stop, and take the time to reimagine, redesign, and build a new car? Maybe it's an electric car. Maybe it has a learning curve. Maybe it's not an easy thing to do, but looking forward and looking at the future and sustainability and all the things, it was the right thing to do.
I love that. So every business has like this pivotal moment. And I know you have a great story on this. So tell me your pivotal moment of what happened to you in your business.
Yeah, there was a huge moment that happened in my business. And so let me take you with me on this story. So imagine this. My team is at this conference. It's a huge conference. It's a big job for us. And we have a lot of people there. This is like our big break. We're excited to be there. And we're decked out in our T-shirts. We've got, all these people. And I had a couple of videographers there wearing the gear. And they were in this room with all these amazing women. These were Black female entrepreneurs. And, these amazing, you can imagine.
Yeah.
You can imagine. So my guys are there shooting this scene, wearing their shirts, and the speaker calls them up on stage.
Okay.
And the speaker says, ladies, look at these guys here. What's wrong with this picture? And the guys were white. Not everybody in our crew was. We had a diverse crew, but these two particular guys were white. That wasn't really the problem. The problem was what they were wearing, and it was the shirts. Our company was called White Knight Productions. White knight,
yes.
like a knight in shining armor.
Right.
And the image of that white knight who maybe comes to save the damsel in distress, like these women don't need saving, right?
None of us do.
None of us do. Yeah, absolutely correct. The name, much like the old car, it was not anything. When we started the business, we never really thought about the name. I wasn't paying attention to the name. I wanted to just go. I needed a name. People knew us by this name. It served us for a while. People would be like, oh, White Knight's here. White Knight's coming. Easy to remember, right? But then all these things were happening in the world from the time I started the business to when this happened at this conference. And, we have Black Lives Matter. We have a lot of awareness around things that were a certain way for a long time and really needed to change. That was the case with my company name as well. We were at this, when this happened, it happened at the conference. It went on social media. It got kind of big. And that was uncomfortable. It was an uncomfortable moment. And it was, I knew like immediately that this is a Rubicon. This is a pivotal moment where either we're going to stay the course and stick with this name that we've had for a long time. It's a comfortable old car, or we're going to make some big changes. And really there was no question, because the forward thinking,
Yes.
futuristic, where we want to take the company, it obviously we had to change the name.
So did that help you rethink your differentiation positioning
100%.
of your business?
Yeah, totally 100%. What it caused us to do is my whole team we came together. Everybody agreed this is the right thing to do. And then we started to really ask the questions like, what kind of company are we building? Why are we even in business? What do we want to do? And it caused us to become a company that leads with our values. So these days, we approach business very differently than we did before. We do a lot of work around diversity. We do a lot of work around inclusion. We do a lot of work around accessibility. And we always cared about these things, but they weren't leading our decisions. They weren't leading the way. And so a lot shifted with this happy. It was an uncomfortable moment at the time, but it turned out to be the best thing that could have happened to us.
That always is such a great story to kind of understand what was happening. So when you decided to do this book, tell me why you decided to move forward with this project.
Well, the minute I heard about this book, I heard it was for women, it was for entrepreneurs, and an opportunity to share my story and maybe make a difference for somebody else. It was, of course I was going to say yes. These are my people.
Oh.
And I really wanted to be part of this project. So no question.
That's amazing.
Like,
I
I'm all
love
in.
that. I love that. So without giving it all the way, what is the point in the book that you really want to emphasize, or you want to that really kind of got you to ask questions?
The point in my chapter that got me to ask questions? I think that one of the lessons I want people to remember really is that no business, none of us, whether you're a solopreneur just getting started, or whether you have 50, 100, 500 employees, none of us is too small to make a difference. And when we started learning about sustainability, we thought maybe we were too small. Maybe the things that we were doing didn't matter, but we've come to understand and have come to learn that they do. And just our actions, and when we talk about our actions, and when we're asking our vendors to do certain things, it becomes this ripple effect, and it does make a difference. And we really are trying to lead the way in our industry by setting an example with some of the things that we're doing. And it's exciting. My team is engaged. I'm engaged, and we're attracting clients that are engaged with this as well.
I love that. So we always talk about attraction. So whatever you put out, you attract the right individuals, as long as you're focusing on that particular piece. So let me ask you this. What did you learn about yourself when you were writing the chapter?
That's a really good question. I think I learned that I'm really proud of the work that we've done. I'm really proud of our team. And I feel excited about the future. I learned that I'm a good leader. I learned that I could step up and do this hard thing and bring my team through it. And I'm just very happy with the company that we're becoming. And I believe that it positions us to be in a better place to help other companies, to help our clients better, to just spread the message that you can be, you can do good work and do good in the world.
Oh, I love that. So, what is the one message you want to leave the listeners with about the journey that you've undertaken?
I think it's that. I think it was kind of an epiphany for me several years ago when I was first exposed to the idea that a business can be profitable and a force for social good. I didn't know that. I mean, it's kind of embarrassing to say that, but I just didn't know. I never thought about it. And when I started my business, I thought it was all about, making money, supporting the team. That's what I understood business to be. But when you start thinking about your legacy and you start thinking about your impact on the world, it can be so much more. And Yamilka, I have to say, life is short. We're on this earth for not very long. And so we have to make decisions about how we're spending our time. You can make money in so many different ways. Why not become a force for good?
I love that. Thank you, Ellen, for all the amazing work that you're doing in this world. And thank you for being part of the book. And I'm looking forward to doing many, many other projects in partnership with you. And thank you, everybody, for listening. You've reached the final page, but this is just your beginning. With every play you've learned and every insight you've gained, you're now equipped to step into your power and lead with intention. The business of your dreams is not a far-off fantasy. It's unfolding now with every action you take. So celebrate how far you've come. Revisit these pages when you need a spark. And above all, keep dreaming forward, because anything is possible when your business is built on purpose and you believe it can be.